Hello and welcome to the TFHB Predict. Now, today we're actually going back to our previous predictions for the Premier League 2024-25. See how we're doing, who we've got right, who we've got very wrong, and who we want to change for the rest of the season. So, we predicted at the start of the year, we thought Arsenal would win the league. We thought they'd overcome
finally
those last couple of seasons. They'd be runners-up and they would be champions. We thought City would drop off and come second. Liverpool would be in that top three, so the same three as last season. We then thought Tottenham would reach top four, and so on. Right, are we ready to go through them then? So,
yeah, I think we've got some very wrong. I think we've got some slightly off. There's some things that we couldn't have called, I think, probably. But let's have a look. Let's see how we've done.
Start then with first place. We put Arsenal first. Currently, it's Liverpool in first place. Liverpool have stormed the league so far. Been absolutely outstanding. A couple of draws recently, but even that draw against Fulham very recently, where they went down to 10 men very early on, they still played their way and got a really good point, I think.
And they've been helped out by other sides not catching up on them when they are dropping points as well.
They've only dropped points in 4 game season, so the rest of they've won them. Slots come in, done a great job so far.
Yeah, I think we thought there'd be a bit of a Klopp drop off to be expected, really, with someone like Klopp, a figure of him. Moving on, you see it with obviously the most significant is Sir Alex and Wenger and people like that, and he is a similar figure for Liverpool. You anticipated that would happen.
Yeah.
It hasn't. Slot has slotted right in, hasn't he? He's been
brilliant. Breath of fresh air, absolutely outstanding so far. They are 2 points clear at the moment, but with a game in hand, which could be a 5-point lead over Chelsea.
Yeah.
And then they have a 6-point lead with a game in hand over Arsenal. Yeah. That's big.
Yeah.
And a 8-point lead over Man City with a game in hand. So it could be 11 points clear of them. So
move them up.
Keeping them to top, put them to the top?
I think they're top. I think Liverpool in the league.
Okay, right. Let's drop Arsenal down to that. Right, let's go down. Second place currently is Chelsea. We predicted Chelsea would come in 5th.
I remember having a conversation though where we thought we considered them for 4th. I think we did think about it and we said it's Maresca, how will he do?
We thought, what are we? Well, it was me, I think. I thought Maresca would start... It would be taking a while for them to get used to with start of play. It hasn't though. No, they've been really impressive, I've got to say.
And they're coping with the Conference League really well because they've got basically 2 squads.
Yeah.
So people like Palmer are getting a whole midweek's rest. He is only playing the 38 Premier League games this season.
They could play a third team and win the Conference League, couldn't they?
And they should. It's that money in there. It's not who the Conference League was designed for. That's a different conversation. But that's not who the Conference League.
They're going up, aren't they? Into that.
Yeah,
we'll move someone down.
Yeah.
As it goes. So they're definitely going to be top 4.
Yeah, 100%.
Very impressive. You'll see if they can last the season though.
Yes. Yeah.
With
there's still a long
quite
way
experienced players in that squad, but good team. Okay, we had Arsenal first. They're currently in 3rd place. Do we think they'll finish any higher? Think they'll leapfrog Chelsea by the end of the season?
I think they're our top 3. I think they're our top 3. I think it's hard, isn't it? Because Arsenal have some games they're brilliant, and you think they are as good as they are. And obviously the set pieces
they really missed Odegaard, didn't they?
They missed Odegaard. If they miss him again, if Saka has a run out of the team, then you wonder the impact that'll have. I think Arsenal still finish second just by virtue of they've been battling for a couple of seasons now.
Do you think they're going to overtake Chelsea eventually? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Happy with Chelsea in 3rd?
I think Chelsea 3rd.
Okay, right. Then we had currently it's Nottingham Forest in 4th. We had Nottingham Forest being relegated. We had them finishing 18th. We have to say we got that horrifically wrong. They have. I think most people thought they would struggle this season.
Yeah.
They have defied expectations. They've done an amazing job. Chris Wood is in the form of his life.
I think we said Nuno's first manager fired as well. Actually,
we did.
Yeah.
But they've done amazing, and they are currently 4th. So we're going to have to move them up. I think they might drop eventually, maybe definitely. To this higher mid-table though.
I'm with you.
Let's pop them.
They've picked up a heck of a lot of points. I don't think they maintain that, but yeah.
But that would be an incredible season for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Okay, but currently Champions League spots. Right, 5th place currently is Man City.
Who would have called that?
Well, who would have
ever called that?
A month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Before that November international break, I think they were, they lost a couple of, and they.
And there are factors, we all know it, the Rodri injury and things like that, but no one would have seen this level of drop off because Pep has never experienced anything like that.
What's the run now? Is it the last 11 games? They've lost some 8 games or something, isn't it?
Possibly 9 and 11. I think they maybe only won 2. They beat Forest, didn't they?
They drew
they looked like, back, and they drew a final.
And they were 3-0 up in that game.
Yeah. It's crazy drop off.
Do they regain form and finish in top 4? They have to regain it fast, because they are at risk of dropping further and further back.
Well, what I think we probably need to do is edit the category and actually put Champions League as 2 to 5 because of how well the sides have done so far. 5th this year is going to be Champions League, so they've actually got to get top 5 rather than top 4,
which they probably will. But 2 to 5 question mark.
I think they will recover to 4th. I think they will bounce back.
They're too good, aren't they? Too good to not finish 4th.
And it comes a point of you go, well, no is the answer. But do you move on from Pep if this continues? There's come a point where they do.
Just signed your contract.
He's just signed a new 2-year contract. It's crazy.
They might get relegated anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you presume he signed that because he doesn't think they will, and yeah, it's a mad season really in that way.
Crazy, right? So they're currently 5th. We think they'll probably move up to 4th.
Yes.
Currently in 6th place is Bournemouth.
Wow, fair play.
We said Bournemouth would be higher mid-table. We had them in 11th, which we thought would be quite good. They was very good in certain games last season against United. I remember playing really well. But we thought maybe the other teams around them are also good, so they'll just be around there.
Yeah.
But they're 6th, and they're playing well. They're only 2 points off City. They're only 3 points off the top 4. Do they push up in that higher mid-table category, or do they stay where they are? I think they go ahead of Palace, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're around that Forest level, really, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Currently in 7th is Aston Villa. Now we put them in 7th. We got that one right.
Great confusion as well, or outrage amongst some Villa fans.
So that's our first one we got correct, isn't it?
And we're actually spot on there.
So yeah, we said they come 7th, and our reason was they had an amazing season last year. They're in the Champions League. We said they will struggle with playing both Champions League with full squad and Premier League.
Yeah.
But we did say, however, that struggle they will qualify to the knockout rounds.
Yes, and they are.
They are. I think they're in 3rd, are they? Or something? They're up there. Or maybe no. They're maybe 9th. They're around the
it's
almost
really tight,
into automatic.
But they're looking good. They're looking good.
We said that would happen. So we got everyone else wrong, but we got that one spot on, and that's exactly how it's panning out. I'm happy to keep him in 7th.
Yeah, I'm just wondering who's going to go 6th, but we'll get there in a minute.
We'll see. Let's push him up, shall we?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. Currently 8th is Bournemouth. Not Bournemouth, sorry, it's Fulham. Fulham had a fantastic start to the season.
Yep.
Some big results. We had them down in 13th. I think we just thought maybe Fulham, other clubs are maybe doing a bit more at the moment. However, lovely football, really good competition for place in the squad. And Harry Wilson, outstanding for Wales. He actually, to be fair, he started against Liverpool, but he can't usually get into the team.
No.
He was really good against Liverpool the other day.
Got Robertson sent off, didn't he?
Yeah, he was fantastic in that game. I think they push into that higher mid-table then as well.
Yeah.
So let's pop them up there.
I think behind Bournemouth.
Put them down.
That trio there fighting.
Okay, right, moving on. Let's go to currently 9th is Brighton. We had Brighton finishing in 10th, I think, as our original prediction, so we're pretty much spot on with that. I'm happy with where they are. Hertzler's had a good start. However, what I will say is, look, the points at the moment, and we'll put a graphic on now. Forest on 28 points, Brighton on 24. So there's only 4 points between 9th and 4th, so it's very close. And even Man United on 22, so it's actually 6 points from 4th to 13th. It was very competitive in that area, and we're seeing lots of changing every week. Brighton, I think, probably will be around there end of the season.
Yeah. I think Hertzler's done well so far. They've won some games they probably shouldn't have won. They've lost some games they probably should have won. And I think they are mid-table in that sense. Yeah,
higher mid. Yeah. Right. 10th place currently is Tottenham. They're having a shocking season. Their most Tottenham season of all Tottenham seasons. Yeah. They can go and beat Man City 4-0.
Destroy them.
And send them off on a terrible run. And then they go and lose to Palace, who hadn't won a game all season, the next match. And then they'll lose to someone else who's low down. And then they'll beat someone really good. And then they'll start a game against Chelsea, 2 goals in the first few minutes, and then lose 3-2.
I don't know where I put them. I don't know what to say here.
We had them finishing in 4th.
I know. This is really hard because Ange is on the verge, possibly of going. Spurs don't really sack managers in season today, so you think he goes at the end of the season. Yeah. I think he does go at the end of the season. Mm-hmm. But I don't know where we say we put them there because they're nowhere near coming 5th. No way.
Yeah.
I think they'd be lucky to come 7th as it stands.
Mm-hmm. I think they might drop into the 8th area.
Okay.
Let's pop them down here. I think they will recover. I think they've got a good enough team to come back. Maybe there for now. Right. 11th place currently is Brentford. Also only a point off Fulham and 2 points off Villa and Bournemouth. So it's all very close. I do like watching Brentford.
Yeah.
If you want to go to a match to get your money's worth, you go to.
Yeah, they score so many goals.
G-Tech.
People like Mbuemo, who you think will move on again probably at the end of the season, hopefully not January. Have been so good. You know, they're not underrated because I think everyone sort of calls them underrated, and by that they're not. But Frank is clearly a very good manager. We said maybe their time was coming a little bit after Tony left. Things like that. I think we can
push them up maybe a couple of places. 13th maybe.
Up, yeah.
Okay. Currently in 12th is Newcastle. They've had a really bad start to the season. We're seeing a bit of form come back in the last couple of games.
Scoring lots of goals, conceding lots of goals.
They were Liverpool game. The first half they were really good. They dominated Liverpool. They played really well, but then they are a bit Tottenham-y. They can also just bottle it. But I think again they have a good squad. They may come back a bit later on. You know, they're only on 23 points as well, so the same points as Tottenham. I think they will push it. I think 8th might be a good place for them.
I think that feels fair as it stands. Are we putting them above Tottenham?
I think so. Maybe. Okay. What do you think?
Well, actually, we need to move everyone.
They're currently on the same amount of points.
We need to move everyone up one anyway as it stands.
Yeah, because the next team after Newcastle is currently Man United in 13th place after 16 games.
Crazy.
Awful start of the season. We predicted they'd have a difficult start. We said Ten Hag wouldn't be very good. He wasn't. He was awful. Sacked, rightly so. They've got Amorim in now. Really good win the other day in the Manchester Derby, which they always seem to, even at the Ten Hag, they always turn up for the Manchester Derby. Obviously, last minute goal is a massive confidence boost for them. You know, I would maybe think more of it if City weren't so bad at the moment.
They're not there yet, are they? They're not at the point where you're thinking they're back.
He's come in there. There's already a bit of beef with Rashford.
But I think that's him showing discipline as well, isn't he? Dropping them from the squad, dropping Garnacho from the squad. You know, no one's protected anymore. I think they could go on a little bit of a run.
Finishing this higher mid. I don't think they go any higher than 7th.
But we're going to have to think about who we're moving. Put them 7th for now.
7th, United? I don't think so. I don't think they'll finish ahead of these two. I think 10th. No, maybe 9th. I mean, maybe these will go up like that.
We need one more to move up. One more, the 5th and 6th.
Ah, right. So we're supposed to put Villa up there then. 5th for now.
Yeah.
6th, 7th, 8th. Oh, this will change. I think we're gonna have to do a surprise team.
Yeah.
Like Villa last season. Right. Currently 14th is West Ham. Another bad start to the season. Lopetegui, but they've regained a bit of form in the last couple of weeks. Lopetegui's was saved from the sack the other day against Wolves. Got a good draw against Bournemouth, which they almost won. I think where they have them now. Fair?
Yeah, I think so. Change Brentford and Palace as well, I think, is the other one I would just say. Swap them.
Okay, because the next team is Palace, who are currently in 15th.
I think they're too high.
They again have regained a bit of form in the last few weeks in the Glasgow. They were really good last season. We thought they would do better. They have done okay recently. They took a long time to win a game, maybe 7 or 8 games.
Yeah.
They've got into it now. I think probably where they are. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. 16th is Everton. They need to go down. They need to just
reset almost.
Reset them, but new stadium obviously next season. I think where they are is probably about where they'll finish.
Yeah.
That 15th place. Okay. Leicester, currently in 17th. We said they'd go down. They've already sacked their manager Steve Cooper. I thought was a little bit harsh.
Yeah, I don't think he was particularly popular.
No.
Coming in to replace Maresca, Van Nistelrooy seems like he's got something about him, but it's still quite early days. It's hard to say.
Have they just got him in because he's a name?
New manager bounce, all that. So I do. I think I feel the best about them at the promoted sides.
Yeah, I think they may stay up 17th where they are now, because their next is Ipswich, and I do think they'll go down.
Yeah, a lovely side. Really, giving it a good go, but they're not picking up enough points.
No, they're not playing well.
They're not picking up enough points.
Right, well, there's 19th is Wolves. They're in all sorts of bother. Just at Gary O'Neill. The players are fighting each other and other
Crazy.
players and arguing with fans. It's combusting, aren't they? They're falling apart. I did have to have a big turnaround to get up.
Put them above Ipswich just by experience and quality of squad.
Yeah. And Southampton, who we said would come last, which is another one we got right, are currently last. I've got to say they're one of the worst teams I've ever seen in the Premier League.
Terrible. Russell Martin's also gone, isn't he?
Derby level bad. Russell Martin, horrific.
It's just the stubbornness. Beyond what Company did, really.
Yeah.
Sometimes a side, and Cardiff are one of those, of get promoted when they shouldn't get promoted.
Yeah.
Because the squad is too far off it, and clearly they are, and the way they're playing is not helping that. The amount of goals they've conceded through playing out from the back, fine, that's the way they do it, I get it, I'm not saying they shouldn't at all, but they are not fixing the holes that they've got in that side.
I said last season, Leicester came to Anfield with Maresca, who was a great manager, and they played that way, and they got picked apart and destroyed by the better team.
Yeah.
You have to adapt your tactics to the Premier League.
It's almost an arrogance, isn't it?
Yeah. And he comes across arrogant.
Yeah, he does. So I'm glad he's gone.
He's just not good enough to be in the Premier League.
It'll be interesting to see who they bring in. I don't know who wants that job. It'll be probably someone who's outside of the Premier League, outside the Championship. Why would anyone top the Championship? Danny Roll, Sheffield Wednesday, being talked about. He's doing really, really well with Sheffield Wednesday. Why take a job where know there's relegation coming? So you probably get someone who wants a job or a fixer. People like Moyes. I don't even think you'd want to take that now because you're going to go down. Yeah,
right,
difficult.
I'm happy with that bottom three. So Liverpool champions, which I would absolutely love. Right, Arsenal, Chelsea, City making up the top four, but fifth place. We've got Villa in there at the moment. I don't know if they'll finish there.
No, I don't. But I don't know who else does.
This is tough.
I wonder whether United go on a run.
They'd have to be a very impressive run.
Yeah, it would be
I think
United get above Spurs.
Yeah, okay, I'll be happy with that. Put them up.
Are we being too harsh on Forest and Bournemouth? How they're looking? Saying 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Go on, let's say Spurs are going to have a shocking season.
Yeah, they hang on to Ange and they don't sack him. Because that's not what they do necessarily. They get rid of him at the end of the season. But they are, when you look at it, aging now with Songs not looking as good as he once was. Solanke's a decent player, but he's no Harry Kane.
No.
Brendan Johnson's very streaky.
Yeah, I think that's let's say they finish 10th then.
8th,
even Fulham, could take them on. Right, so we're gonna put Villa in 5th. I think it all depends on the Champions League for them. We'll definitely come back and do this again, maybe in March or something, or February. Newcastle, I can see what you mean with United. They could go on a run. But we always say to United, the new manager bounce is a powerful thing. United, every manager comes in, they have a little bounce. Here we go.
But it just feels like
gets up and he's going, we're back. United are back, and then they just game worse. This does feel a bit different, but does it feel different really? Because they didn't look great in this first games. But they beat City.
No, but I think that's almost what it's not
they
a bounce.
It's a whole Old Trafford
culture change, isn't it?
Well, that's the problem.
That's what he's trying to bring in.
But I don't think that will be enough to get them any higher than 7th this season.
Okay. Let's go with it for now.
Newcastle haven't got Europe, have they? So that could benefit them. Let's just leave it how it is, shall we? For now. Well, there we go. Liverpool champions. The top 5 made up of Arsenal, Chelsea, City, and Villa. Newcastle into Conference League. Newcastle into Europa League. United into the Conference League, with Forest, Bournemouth, and Tottenham making up the top 10. Interesting. It's a difficult season. It's actually a very competitive season this year.
I think that higher middle tier could all compete for European places. Looking at that one,
I think it's going to be a good season.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool hopefully will be champions by a mile, and everyone else can battle it out.
5th to 10th, 5th to 11th could be really interesting.
Let us know in the comments where you think your club will finish and who you think is going to win the league, top 4 relegation, and all that. Let us know which ones we've got wrong. I'm sure you guys will.
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again for the next one very soon.